St Helens versus Leeds Rhinos at Langtree Park as the Saints receive a full house homecoming. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel Hell Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and if you want to continue seeing more. And we're back once again with more highlights from the Super League as Friday's full fixture list, shall we say that, apart from Warrington Salford, comes to us on Friday night on the 3rd of March 2023. So who is the match between? Well, it's quite simple. We see the world champion St Helens take on Leeds Rhinos for the first game since their Super League Grand Final outing against each other at Old Trafford not 4 months ago. So what can we expect from this game? Well, St Helens showed their quality as they put their lack of proper preparation behind them to produce a professional display, outclassing Castleford Tigers last week. It was a great win for Saints on the back of their World Cup Challenge success, and they are boosted by the return of Tommy Makinson and Curtis Sirenand for the contest. Leeds Rhinos though are on different tracks at this moment, as they were beaten in their second game in succession to begin the season, as they were defeated by a late Hull FC try last week, and there are huge concerns for the Rhinos ahead of this trip. Rowan Smith's side showed some improvements on their poor round one showing, but there is still plenty to work on, although the potential return of James Bentley should give them some energy in the pack. And with that, here comes the team news. So, I predicted earlier today that Tommy Makinson will come back in the side for John Bennison, but I was incorrect, as he comes in for T. Ritson, who drops out of the matchday squad. Curtis Sirenand also comes into the team in replacement of James Bell, who drops to the bench in place of Daniel Norman. So it's like this: Jack Wellesby, Tommy Makinson, Conrad Hurrell, Mark Percival and John Bennison are in the backline, with Johnny Lomax and Lewis Dodd in the halfbacks. Alex Walmsley, Joey Lussick, Matty Lee, Sione Matautia, Curtis Sirenand and Morgan Knowles are in the squad. And with still no James Roby in the squad, the bench looks like this: Louis McCarthy Scarsbrook, Jake Wingfield, James Bell, Sam Royal, with the 18th man, Ben Davis. For Leeds, it's just that one enforced changed, as Morgan Gannon drops out due to the concussion protocols after failing his HIA in the game against Hull FC. So that means a starting lineup place for James McDonald, who comes into the lineup after being dropped to the bench in the last game. That means that James Donaldson continues on the bench with Justin Sangari. Sam Walters is the new man, and Cruz Leeming drops to the bench in place of Jared O'Connor. The 18th man is Liam Tyndall, who comes into the matchday squad. Richie Myler, David Fusatua, Nene McDonald, Ash Hanley and Darrell Alforts continue as the backline for Leeds, with Harry Truman still out with injury. Blake Austin and Aidan Caesar will be looking to pull the strings, with Jared O'Connor and Cameron Smith acting as pivots as well. Tom Holroyd, Zane Tetevano, the aforementioned McDonnell, and Reece Martin completes the Leeds starting lineup. With all the pomp and circumstances out of the way, let's begin with first half and full extended highlights of that half. And in the smoky, noisy atmosphere of Langtree Park, Chris Kendall is the referee today to keep these two sides in check as we get ready for kickoff. Here we go. St Helens to kick off, and Darrell Alforts is the first one to pick up the catch. Aiden Caesar,
Stays
but the ball went
defence is
wide
on him
for Leeds.
like a flash.
And Benison knocks it out for a dropout. But there's more to that incident there that has been called by referee Chris Kendall. A great kick by Myler. It was just a chase between Benison and Alfords. And Alfords gets the result with a dropout. But after that incident between the Caesar and Matautia is getting some serious treatment. After treatment has been called, Chris Kendall is being advised from the bunker, so calls over Johnny Lomax and Matautia. And the referee and the bunker basically have made a decision because Aiden Caesar has to go off the pitch. It's a yellow card for Matautia. He'll have to go sit down for 10 minutes. To the bewilderment of Paul Wellens. Here's what it is again. Caesar gets a late hit from Matautia. The ball seems to have already gone. And there was no use of the left arm there. That was body weight. Bit of a grab from the right arm, but not enough. Leeds are now on the ball after Saints return set after the sin binning. And Saints have marched all the way up the field, but Nene McDonald gets the ball in hand and runs on the outside of Percival, who passes the ball inside to Myler, who passes the ball to Hanley, and that left foot step to get round Lomax is fantastic. And Hanley scores the opening try of the game. Fantastic effort from Leeds Rhinos, attacking from their own 10-metre line. Here it is again. A bit bamboozling from Nene McDonald, getting the ball received, and then he goes on the outside of Percival, I think it is. No, Makinson. And sprints 50 metres. Who finds Myler? Myler passes it inside for Hanley, who steps back on the inside, outside even, to score a fantastic Leeds Rhinos try. Unselfish play by Myler. And then that step to go round Lomax. It's one to wonder of a try. Reece Martin with the conversion attempt, and usually these are a formality, and they are again. 6-0 Leeds Rhinos. St. Helens 12 men have got a penalty near the Leeds line after a fantastic breakdown the right edge and created an overlap of the Leeds men, and Ash Hanley could not do anything but try to gobble up that ball as it came from the play the ball. Fortunately for Saints, the referee deemed that he wasn't square at the markers, and Saints get a penalty with a yard or two to go. And Saints have decided to tap it and go for it. After the initial setup by Alex Walmsley, Joey Lussick is looking rather motivated, with the markers not doing much. He first of all goes left to try and get some attack from Tommy Lees. Then there's a gap between the two markers. Joey Lussick goes for the try and dives over the line. Referee wants to check for a double movement in the process of grounding, but gives the try on field. Referee Jack Smith wanted to look at it at full speed at this angle, where he says this. Try time St. Helens. 4 points to 6. And Lussick was dynamite from acting halfback. Saints are back in the Leeds half.
Making it adds to 2.
Reece Martin reefs the
ball
ball
out of
squared up at Hurrell's hands. Hurrell loves it. and Saints get possession and territory. Lewis Dodd is running the show at this point, setting up the attacks left, right and centre. And after first going to the left hand side, Mark Percival makes his way to the right hand side of the pitch, where the ball goes back to Conrad Hurrell. And he is tackled on the right edge. Then another set-up play from St Helens sees them within a foot of the Leeds half. The ball gets to Lewis Dodd, who sides foot by Justin Sangare to score left of the posts. Chris Kendall, no problem with this one. Saints have hit the front, 10 points to 6. Here's that play again. Lewis Dodd sees Justin Sangare go over, committing to the right hand side, and steps to his left, goes round him to score. Saints' second try. Hankinson going for 2 from 2. And the flags go up. For that easy kick, and Saints are 12-6 in the lead. Leeds get to the halfway line on their 5th tackle on a return set after the kickoff, and Blake Austin heads to the skies. And Richie Myler gathers it and kicks forward yet again. Reece Martin gets the ball, rolls over the line and dots the ball down. A great effort from Leeds, and they could be back into it, but the video referee is called upon again, with the call on the field, a try. Now to check the onside offsides for all the kicks, as with 2. First of all, checking the onsides. Richie Myler is the one to the right of him, Blake Austin the kicker, and he's the one that gathers the ball. What they're worried about is Jared Connor on the left hand side, if he is onside from that first kick. Here we go again. They say that O'Connor is offside at that kick, but when Myler catches the ball off this bomb before the kick, he's not interfering with play, so he's back onside, and the second kick plays everyone else on. Reece Martin may have been touch and go when it came to the tackle from Conrad Hurrell, but as you see here, Hurrell falls off the man, but Reece Martin can play on. There's the points, 4-pointer. And to confirm, it's try time. Reece Martin goes for the kick this time, and now has scored a try for the first time in Super League this season. Martin with the kick. Leeds do what they need to do on the returning set from Saints after the restart after the try. Bit of naughty there by Johnny Lomax, that should have been a penalty. And they have the ball close to their own line. First drive goes without a hitch, not a problem. Nenny McDonald. No, sorry, David Vasatua. But Jared O'Connor passes to Blake Austin, who passes to Darrell Alfords. But it goes to ground, and Lewis Dodd picks up and scores. It was a little bit of a brain explosion, but Lewis Dodd's not caring. He's got his second try in the game. Bit of frustration between Blake and Alfords. Saints are back in the lead, 16 points to 12. So it's quite a simple play. Blake Austin's supposed to find Alfords, but Alfords decides that he was going to change his line before, just moments before the pass was going to be given. Little side step back inside, and that's where the ball was dropped and gobbled up by Lewis Dodd. Here's a better view of it. He tries to change his line. And Saints are in again. Making some with the extras again. The Saints have got that 6-point lead back again. Despite holding themselves up against the Saints side, Leeds Rhinos have been the masters of underway in the second half. But as Leeds still only 18 points to 12 Helens. Half-time rings. Tough hit up to start off with, but St Helens get into their groove early on. Saints have started trundling up the field yet again in this second half, and after a tough Curtis Sirenen carry, the ball is swung to the left-hand side and gets in the hands of Johnny Lomax. Jack Wellesby, who kicks the ball forward. And the referee is caught, put his hands up in the air to see if there is a penalty try due to a pullback on what looks like Sione Matautia. He's saying it's penalty try, even if there is a try not given for the pullback. What I mean is checking if there was a grounding first of all. If not, it's a penalty try. So, checking the kick, everyone's onside, but then you see Sione Matautia on the outside with the white headband due to his cut. Was he pulled back? Yes, he was. But he over enthusiastically went for that, didn't he? He threw his hands up to make sure that the referee saw that he was being pulled. The Cristiano Ronaldo of rugby league. No, that's too harsh. But they was bothered about the grounding first of all, if there was a grounding. Doesn't look like there was, and they'll try again. Definitely not on the second time. But we're looking at that. Was there a grounding there? Are they checking one more time? Did he ground it before he swiveled onto his body? And they're saying that that was enough for a grounding to occur for Mark Percival to have scored a try. And here's the decision. It's a try. Not a penalty try like last night, but a 6-point attempt try, as normal. So it's a great kick from Wellesby after receiving it. The chase wasn't enough to put off Matautia, but Percival gets over anyway and dots the ball down before slam dunking, which to me would say he didn't actually touch the floor. But they give the Saints the try, the benefit of the doubt, an only 6-point try instead. Saints have started becoming a little bit indisciplined again, as this time Curtis Sirenen is pointed out for a late hit on Richie Myler. There it is, in the back, no defence for Myler. Exactly the same as the Sione Matautia one. That's now been outlawed. So, the referee has no other alternative. He reaches for that back pocket again. And that's the second rower for the Saints, going sitting down for 10 minutes. So after a penalty, there's always a bit of a fracas with the first forward that runs in. And it's Justin Sangare who's the first one in, and he receives a high tackle from Louis McCarthy-Scarsbrook, which causes Sangare, the Frenchman, to run at Louis McCarthy-Scarsbrook, and the two are being pulled apart. It's a high tackle, so it's another penalty for Leeds Rhinos. It was a grab at the back of the head and a pull down. It's high, still. And McCarthy-Scarsbrook knows it. Yeah, it's high. very high. Sangari shows up yet again, and it's McCarthy Scarsbrook who grabs him. But this time does a fair tackle. Next, Sam Walters comes into it. Two big, tough young forwards. Leeds get these two purring, then they're going to be good players. Leeds have started running with impetus. This time it's Aidan Caesar with the tough run. It's all setting up for something from Leeds. First of all, Sangari's the dummy runner, and Sam Walters offload to Cam Smith. And Leeds gets another try on the board. Great support play, great tough running. Leeds are back in this. Great lead run from Sangari, good run in support by Sam Walters, and then Cam Smith gets the ball. And it's a try for Leeds. Another one. This game's not done yet. Is it another missed penalty that causes the game to swing? Reece Martin adds the extras, and Leeds adds 24 points to 18 behind, only just out of it. Costin giving back chat to the well drawn in by Sangari. A six again was called in St Helens' favour while they had the ball in hand and deep into Leeds territory. What that means is Saints have an opportunity to take 2 more points due to this back chat. Blake Austin was warned at half time according to referee Chris Kendall. Cruz Leeming was told to tell him to stay quiet, but Saints have decided to go for the 2-pointer attempt to see if they can extend a lead further than the 3 scores. Bacon's attempt goes across the face according to the touch judges. It's still 24 points to 12. Due to the rules of rugby league, the restart is a dropout, and according to referee Kendall, Saints knocked on, so it's a scrum for Leeds Rhinos on the 40-metre line. At this point, Cruz Leeming is on, the captain for Leeds Rhinos in place of Jared O'Connor, but his stay does not last, as that incident there sees him trod on his ankle, and he's feeling the pain of it. He needs treatment. And that's Cruz Leeming's night done. He's helped off the pitch, and Jared O'Connor returns. 5 minutes have been on the pitch total. So after the kick-off, Justin Sangari on the second fumbles the ball and gives Saints more possession. And a kick into the in-goal area in the last tackle sees Tommy Makinson dive on it. And he thinks he's scored. But referee has got to check it again. He's called it up as a try though, Chris Kendall. But just to make sure of the grounding, first of all. So first of all, there's a linesman actually called Makinson on that side. And then, let's see the grounding. As soon as I saw that, I thought, no try. Because it bounced up in between the hands, but there. No actual grounding of the ball yet. It was his chest that seems to be the first thing that forced the ball down. And the referee, video referee, seems to agree with me, as he said, "No try." Makis is disappointed, but he'd get a lifeline. What he said was it bounced up, hit Makinson on the chest, and then his wrists brought the ball down for the try attempt, not actually scoring. Saints are pinged for a ball strip by Johnny Lomax to get them in position, Leeds in position, with 13 minutes left on the clock. Don't know if there was 2 men in the tackle, but the referee gives a ball steal. After a false start, Leeds gets decent field position, 20 metres out, with Saints on the back foot. Leeds starts the third tackle down the right wing, and Darrell Alford steps inside a couple of would-be Saints tacklers. Pass it, gets through a couple more and an offload. The ball goes to ground, and Myler picks it up and finds Reece Martin, who steps inside twice and gets around 4 would-be Saints tacklers, and he thinks he's scored, and so does the referee. And Leeds are 22-24 behind at this point. What a fantastic team effort, and they never stop going. It was off the cuff rugby league. Aidan Caesar, Dane McDonald, Darrell Alfords all had their hands on the ball. Alfords did really well to get through another 2 tacklers, and I thought it was 6 again there. Jared O'Connor kept the ball going, so did Myler. Reece Martin, some dazzling feet, and the Saints tacklers weren't there, but Martin was. Martin's kick attempt here is for his 14th point of the game, 16th point of the game, and he's successful. Leeds tie it up 24-all. Saints reach the last on the return and gets Leeds back into their in-goal area with a dropout. The fun and games comes after this, but Blake Austin is on dropout duty. So Austin is setting up for the dropout, and he goes long, and the ball is returned by Matty Lees. And it's a big hit by Sam Walters, which Jack Welsby takes umbrage over. It's not his business to get involved in that sort of situation. He was the one that instigated this pull apart, and it should be penalty against Saints for the retaliation. It's a massive hit by Sam Walters. Yes, it was a shoulder charge, but it was all instigated by Welsby. But it's still going on. It's still going on. It's a big hit, big physicality. And it looks like Sam Walters feels some retribution, and as you can tell by Jack Welsby's face, he knew what he was doing, instigating that.
That is not a shoulder shot, but him got full length spot. Welsby runs in. It's not bad. But referees, when the officials, we control it, not Jack Welsby. I think he's got that. I love physical.
I agree that it's a penalty to Leeds, but that is a shoulder charge. Yes, it's all physical and contact. That's a shoulder charge, and you'll never guess what happens now. The review panel. But for now, St Helens get a penalty and another late shot on Richie Myler. This time Myler stays on the floor, and the referee calls time on this one. Saints are, the way that things are going, Saints are going to be down to 12 again. Here's the incident. Oh, it's late. The ball's gone. He's made no attempt to wrap the ball. But saying that, that's no difference than the one on Tommy Lees by Sam Walters. But the referee, Chris Kendall, has made his decision, and it's a big one. Saints are going down to 12. What's the colour of the card? It's red. Chris Kendall has sent off Conrad Hurrell for a headshot. The celebration day for Saints is turning a bit rotten. And Hurrell might be in trouble for that kick of thick bottles. Daft little thing. What can happen with less than 90 seconds left on the clock? Leeds are in position on the right hand side of the pitch and they go for Aiden Caesar, but he is closed down very, very quickly. So Ash Hanley comes back inside and the first attempt is charged down for a drop goal from Caesar, but Reece Martin gets the offload to Richie Myler, who's brought down within 5 to 7 yards from the try line. The ball goes into Blake Austin's hands and he kicks a one-pointer to give Leeds the lead with only 14 seconds to go. The coolest man in the stadium, Blake Austin, wins it for Leeds Rhinos. Still have 14 seconds left to go, so Saints go for a short kick-off. And the ball is back in the hands of Richie Myler. Hooter's yet to go yet, there's 4 seconds left. The referee's saying play the ball. And then A. McDonald takes the tackle. And that's the full-time Hooter. And Leeds can start celebrating the win over the world champions. What can you say about that game apart from what a contentious result? And with that, the final score, I must say these Rhinos 25. I'm in the camp where Sam Walters should have been 24. Saying either a card of either colour to go in at the end of the game in St. Helens' favour. But the rub of the green went Leeds' way. And when the decision came to for Conrad Hurrell, the referee wasn't shy. Don't know if he got that right either, but I'm not sure if it... But the laws of the game now say that any contact with the head is a red. So he's got to go by the letter. Saints can be disheartened by the entire event and will come back a lot stronger next time out. Don't think they deserve to lose that, Saints, but they did. It's a heartbreaker and not the homecoming that they wanted. Leeds played well and played the numbers, but weren't over the top. I think both sides were a bit, I hate to say this word, clunky. What can you do? Saints came away as losers in this game. They'll be back, no doubt about it. Leeds get their first win of the season. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe and share this video worldwide. And please remember, as always, click that notification bell for any updates on new videos that may be coming your way. And I'll end the episode as I always do by wishing you all the very best. So please stay safe, and I'll see you in the next episode.